I would like to start by setting the record straight. And my first point would be that African migration is not in crisis, and that Africa has a positive narrative on migration. Migration is contributing to both the social and the economic development. Migration in the Southern Africa region, to a large extent, is determined and defined by interregional labor mobility. So out of the 39 million African-born migrants, the Africa to Africa corridor is populated by 21 million. That leaves some 18 million who would out-migrate outside Africa.
Migration is a complex reality. So it involves the interplay of various factors: economic, social, political, cultural, environmental. And those in turn would be reinforced by international and global factors, which tend to, first of all, incorporate the African continent into the international system. But then there's also a tendency to marginalize the African continent from the international system.
I think it's important to emphasize that we don't have a crisis of migration if the crisis isn't the movement of people. Rather, we have a crisis in the governance of migration and a crisis in the attitudes and behaviours of people, both in positions of power and on the ground, in relation to migration.
I think one of the most important things that contribute towards migration governance being a huge challenge in the continent is the lack of accurate and reliable migration data. And so this then makes it very difficult for us to accurately understand not only the impact of migration on our communities and our society, but it also makes it difficult to understand issues of trends that are emerging, as well as how this data can then help us create different or better narratives around migration.